keep it real, man. Life is affected by the bullshit around us. And so, with this video today, it's going to help us deal with change, help us deal with our jobs, help us deal with our business in a real type of way, dealing with real time change. And the thing is, I want you to watch all the way to the end because I'm gonna give away a vital secret. So just stick around with that. And so, without further ado, my name is Jerron Bradley with Power and Leadership Enterprise, helping leaders make great plans. All right. And so, once again, I can't say enough. This video is going to help us deal with change. Okay. This year, 2023, we're already rolling. We're already about to finish up the first quarter, and we've already seen change. We may have had change within, but at the same time, we're looking at change all around us. And that's why I titled this one Social Engineering Affects Change, because everything around us can mold us, everything around us can kind of push us a certain type of way and can get us off the path. But at the same time, it doesn't have to be like that. That's why I said that this video right here is going to help us deal with change. All right. So I said in the beginning, life is affected by the bullshit around us because I used to believe a phrase I used to always say is that life is full of shit. But really, it was dealing with on the one-on-one when I used to go to get-togethers and dealing with my people in our respective circles or what have you, and just dealing with people that's being fake. You seeing people that's from different walks of life. They say they do one thing, but then actually doing another. Okay, and where I'm from in the DMV, everybody kind of frowns upon people that say one thing and then act in a totally contradictory way. We call them fake. Okay. At the same time, me maturing. This is a long time ago. In my early 20s, just trying to find myself. What I found is that people are in their respective walks of life, and who am I to look and even care about what the next person is doing? Okay. But I will say that changes go on in this life and it shapes the jobs we work at and the direction of our businesses. This happens because of policy that is signed by politicians dealing with budgets and bank initiatives. This means private sectors and specific industries will receive money to carry out their plans while some are not so lucky. Okay? I can almost put that in an analogy format where some people, for some reason or another, they come across money. Now, if I want to relate that to me analyzing if someone is fake or not, now the thing is they may be in character. That's why I really, really can't hate because if someone has made up in their mind that they saw an advantage in the market, that could be at a workplace, to form into another type of character, then what am I to say if that person realizes that character is going to move them up in the company and get them more income? Or if they're a business owner and they realize a certain character can attract millions compared to thousands, hundreds, or even less than that, where they're getting millions of dollars, hence moving on their respective initiatives. All right. But at the same time, the amount of borrowing, okay, because I want to talk from a macro standpoint and really talk about what's going on in the so-called professional world that can affect us. But the amount of borrowing affects companies' ability to hire, expand projects requiring capital, the prices of our goods, including those in which small business owners use to expand our respective franchises. And I hope everybody that's in business is trying to build a franchise. Another topic for another day. But I do want people to understand that when we're watching the news or hearing about the news, that the policy does affect us. It's coming from the politicians. Okay? Sometimes it's not in our favor depending on what walk of life you are in or not. But getting hired, how much you get paid on the job, um, how companies are expanding, that is dealing with the policies that's going on, and that's real time change. Okay, And based on the real-time information that you are seeing, then you'll know how to pivot. And as I mentioned, if you're a small business owner, certain goods may cost more, so that means that you may have to up your prices as far as if you're a service-based company, okay? Or even if you're a product-based company for that matter, because you are paying more. That's why you see things like inflation. Basically, the value of our purchasing power, the value of our dollar is going down because basically the supply, the cost of supply has went up. The demand is going lower. So then you're going to see an increase in prices. All right. But this also, I also want to get into another important part. I want to shift a little bit. This goes into our social sentiments that follow from social media. Examples like these are events that affect entertainers and sports athletes. In the nutshell, in the vacuum, that can sound so minute, that can sound so shallow, but it's so crazy how we can follow what's going on with a Will Smith smacking Chris Rock, or we can follow what happened to Kevin Hart's comedy tour affected in Egypt. We could find out what's going on with Beyonce's new world tour. We could find out about all these events, and so many millions of people care about these type of things. So it's something that we cannot shy away from and act like it's not happening. All right, but something important I'm gonna say about that. So we share their sentiments so much that people get involved in some of their followings, in their groups, or sites on social media that provide relative information on the person. That could be your blog sites and different famous podcasts. Okay, this is shown in heavy amounts in number of clicks, shares, views, followers, subscribers, viral stories, etc. Okay, my mentioning this is because I have found that the way we relay these stories to the audience we cater to gains interest. Okay, think about gaining interest as you having a respective like savings account, or and we talked about this in my other videos. If not, look at the playlist Path to Wealth. But anyway, gaining interest, that'd be like having an account that's gaining interest. But think about it. I said an account, short for accountability, the ability to count, the ability to add up the events that's going on in this lifetime compared to our experience. And based on our experience is where we have wisdom. Based on our wisdom is what we feel that we are more capable to sell a product to or provide a service for. Okay, so it makes perfect sense that we are paying attention to these social sentiments and things that's going on out here. All right, but back to interest. I mentioned interest because it's funny how this stuff relates to money, and I just really can't overlook that anymore. And I would want anyone that's looking at this video and that's been rocking with me to not overlook these things anymore. All right, so the interest, okay, we just talked about interest in an account with real life shit. This interest can increase our brand awareness. I'm gonna always say it, and I just want this to stick, that building a brand is a long-term strategy. A long-term strategy is something that's over a year. Our brand awareness, basically more than our household, more than our immediate circle of friends, can relate to the persona that we give. Okay? At the same time, I would tell anyone a little secret of mine, but the brand is the story that we give, but it's based on our values and principles. However, what the public sees is something else. What you want to do is bridge that gap. All right? As I mentioned, increase our brand awareness and provide a feeling of relatability. So, fuck if you truly care as much as the next man. Because sometimes these issues that pop up we care about them, but it might not be as much as the person that's reporting on all issues at all times. That almost seems a bit obsessive, but you do have a level at which you care about these type of things. But the more that people can feel better or anticipatory, meaning that we're in a society, or just society in general, this is really international, that we care about what other people think. We are people that do not like being alone, all right? But if you give that better feeling, then you provide a certain attractiveness. Once again, this relates to gaining interest, but you're providing a certain attractiveness that people pay more attention to. Now, there's something critical I just said right there. Pay more attention. A transaction has occurred. The payment here is attention or time. Time is more valuable than money. And the more someone gives you their time, it won't be long before they give you money or tokens of appreciation. All right? We talked about interest, basically meaning an account. Now we're talking about appreciation. Basically, the value that you have is gaining incremental amounts in appreciation. All right? Especially if you're selling something. Now, I want to say something really important here. This is why I want you to watch all the way to the end. It's time that we grow up. It's time that we grow up, because whether we are entrepreneurs or not, we should be selling something. Selling is not convincing anyone of anything. It's providing an environment where people are persuaded to buy what you sell. Sell yourself. The question is, are you valuable? Once again, selling is not convincing anyone anything. It's providing an environment where people are persuaded to buy, or like you said, pay attention, where people are persuaded to buy what you sell. The question is, are you selling something valuable? We should be selling ourselves. So, you know, once again, this social environment, it affects us in business. It affects our business. If you like this, please like it. Please share this. Comment, because I want to start a discussion, and I can't say it enough. It's not enough for me to know how to build my business. What I want to do is provide the tools so that you can build your business, and we all can get here and we can build this enterprise together, because power is people, man. Y'all be easy. Peace.